You know it's this. Take a perk and a talk of that shit. Money swallowing like sis. Did it perfect in the kid. Got a billion who sang on my head. Look up better put on the road I just spent. I know we got $1 million. The devil that shit ain't not cheaper than again.
Hello and welcome back, fellow anime lovers, to MangaMuse. I am delighted to have you join us once again in the world of fanfiction and fantasy. This is the fourth part of, What If Naruto Enters My Life as a Teenage Robot? Special note, this fanfic is written and a masterpiece of KFB Anime 87 on fanfiction.net. Do check and support the author too. Now smash the like, share and subscribe button for more. Also press the bell icon so that you never miss such great parts. Thanks for the introduction. Now let's dive into the world. Back at Naruto's lab. Back at the lab several portals opened and the four teams walled through them before 8 portals closed behind them. Ah, good to see you were all able to complete your missions. Now if you all will hand over your shards I can get to work, Kit's voice said as an image of her face appeared on the massive computer screen in the lab. Everyone quickly placed their collected shards on the table in front of the computer which Kit started to scan. Is that one covered in BLD? Jennie asked as she took note of the state to the one Nevermore Naruto had gave them. What? It was eaten by some mutated frog and we were in a rush, Nevermore Naruto said as he shrugged. I'm gonna guess the name Wednesday means something to you, DG Naruto said with a flat tone as he looked at Nevermore Naruto. Yeah, why? Nevermore Naruto asked as he raised an eyebrow at this. That psycho tied us up and tortured us. Impmon yelled as he waved his fists in the air. Watch your tone tattoo, Nevermore Naruto said as his eyes flashed red in irritation as he showed them his fangs in warning. Vampire. Get out the garlic and holy water. Naruto yelled in a panic at seeing this. Will you stop being a moron for 5 minutes? Xiaolin Naruto asked as he gave Naruto an annoyed look. How long is this gonna take? Omni Naruto asked Kit scream. It will take time to finish my scans, I'm trying to pinpoint where our Naruto and the last shard is and thanks to these shards I can pinpoint it if given time, Kit's voice said. Why don't you all introduce each other while you wait? Brad asked the gathered Narutos. Works for me, I'll start, call me Omni Naruto. In my world I use this watch called the Omnitrix to turn into different aliens and fight crime and be a superhero, Omni Naruto said with a smile as he held up the Omnitrix for everyone to see. Oh yeah. I was in your dimension along with the monk. Man, you need a better leash on that redhead with the fat butt. Naruto said with a grin as he gestured to Xiaolin Naruto. Hey, she wasn't that bad, she helped us get the shard, Xiaolin Naruto said as he frowned. Yeah, 'cause she was into you, Sophia said as she sat on Xiaolin Naruto's shoulder. Omni Naruto blinked at this but slightly scowled hearing this. Oh, tension nyuk nyuk, Naruto said as he laughed seeing this. I'll go next, call me Xiaolin Naruto. In my world I'm the Xiaolin dragon of nature. Me along with my fellow Xiaolin monks try and protect the world from evil while gathering magical artifacts, Xiaolin Naruto said as he introduced himself. Ahem, Sophia said clearing her throat. Oh, and this is Sophia, my dragon companion, Xiaolin Naruto said with a sheepish chuckle. Ah, I met your fellow monks, called me a monster, Nevermore Naruto said as he gave Xiaolin Naruto a cold look. Sorry. Xiaolin Naruto said with a nervous look on his face. It's okay, they apologized once Sheldon explained what was going on, though your girl kept giving me the stink eye. I think she won't accept substitutes, Nevermore Naruto said with a chuckle. Xiaolin Naruto blushed at this but smiled, glad that Kimiko missed him. Okay, I'll go next, call me DG Naruto. This is my partner Impmon. Together we help fight evil Digimon from the digital world along with our friends, DG Naruto said as he introduced himself and Impmon, who waved. Do you mean partner or partner? Naruto asked, doing a lisp when he said partner the second time. Nevermore Naruto snorted at this while Omni Naruto's jaw dropped in shock at this joke. I'm gonna kill you, Impmon yelled as she jumped at Naruto but was stopped by Naruto grabbing him. Yeah, he's the immature one, sorry, Jennie said as she sighed at this. Bite me Hatsune Miku, okay, call me Naruto, I'm a clone of the great sage who was raised by a mad scientist who's principal of a high school for clones of historical figures, Naruto said as he scoffed at Jennie. So you weren't lying, Xiaolin Naruto said as everyone gave Naruto a bewildered look at his introduction. I'm gonna guess CH stands for Clone High, Omni Naruto stated as he raised an eyebrow at this. Bingo, Naruto said as he nodded at this. I'll go next, call me Nevermore Naruto, I'm a vampire who is attending Nevermore, a school for outcasts, or to simplify it, monsters, Nevermore Naruto said, scowling as he used the word monsters. So you're an actual vampire? Naruto asked, his eyes widening at this. Nevermore Naruto nodded at this. Can you actually turn into a bat that sucks BLD and turn people into your vampire minions? Xiaolin Naruto asked curiously. Ugh, those stereotypes, in order no, yes, and I can't turn anyone into a vampire unless they are in love with me, Nevermore Naruto said as he rolled his eyes. Do you sparkle in the sunlight too? Naruto asked with a snicker. Fu. Those books are an insult to all vampires, Nevermore Naruto yelled as he made a BLD knife as he glared at the snickering variant. Okay, calm down. I agree with you, Naruto said as he raised his hands in a calming manner. Nevermore Naruto took a few breaths before he retracted his BLD blades. So, do your dimensions werewolves imprint on newborns, he's rabid? Naruto was asking with a smirk before he yelled as Nevermore Naruto grabbed him by his neck. Hey! There's no need for that. Omni Naruto yelled as he approached to try and stop the fight. Bite me, hero boy. Nevermore Naruto yelled as he shook Naruto and attempted to choke him. You choke like Clay Aiken. Naruto choked out as Nevermore Naruto slammed him on the ground. I said let him go, you, hey. Omni Naruto was yelling as he approached before Nevermore Naruto backhanded him, sending him flying towards Xiaolin Naruto, who caught him. Here, I'll help Xiaolin, Naruto said as he made some plants start to grow. Oh god, don't access any of my holes. Naruto yelled before he started to laugh madly as Nevermore Naruto slammed his head against the metal floor. Will you shut up? Nevermore Naruto yelled as he shook Naruto. Make me Edward. Gahahahaha. Naruto cackled. Hold him down. He's had this coming. Xiaolin Naruto yelled as he grabbed his Rui Jingu bang off his back and approached. Do it. Do it. Naruto and Impmon cheered as they watched this nearby as their fellow Narutos started to fight in a swarm of chaos. Oh, for crying out loud, Jennie growled as she used her nanobots, turned her hands into spray nozzles and started to spray down the fighting Narutos with foam to try and make them stop fighting. I hope you can find our Naruto and the last shard soon, Kit, Brad said as Heverent his forehead as Kit continued to work. With Naruto. Naruto groaned as he woke up and looked around, seeing that he was in what looked like the middle of a death maze. Where the heck am I? Naruto asked as he looked around. You know where you are, you brat. I have to test if you still have your skills after being unfrozen, so think fast, a voice yelled over the PA system. Scudworth, sir, do you really think it's a good idea to put Naruto through such an ordeal? He hasn't even eaten yet, a robotic voice said over the PA system. You can dote over him later, Mr. B. We have to make sure he's in top shape before we unfreeze the rest of the clones. Now let's begin. Scudworth yelled as what looked like a bunch of death robots were lifted into the room Naruto was in. Naruto looked at the robots and sighed before he made what looked like the grenade glove appear in his hand. Fine, you want to do this, let's do this, he said before he took off flying at the deathbots, activating his rocket boots. Naruto's lab. After stopping the fight and separating all the Narutos, Jennie was standing in front of them with her arms crossed. I can't believe all of you. Fighting like a bunch of children. Jennie yelled as she glared at the Narutos. Oi! Who are you calling a child? And where's my juice box? Naruto asked before he looked at Kit's screen. This got groans from the other Narutos who all pinched their noses or slapped their foreheads at this. Are you sure he's one of us? Omni Naruto asked curiously as he raised his hand. Well, there's one way to check. Who here wants ramen? Brad asked. Ramen, all the Narutos yelled together as they smiled. Thank you, Brad. Jennie growled as she glared at her friend who chuckled nervously. Before you start another fight, Miss Jennie, I believe there is a problem going on in town that requires your attention, Kit said as she showed an image of what looked like the town being attacked by creatures coming out of the tears in dimensions. Looks like we have more visitors from the digital world, DG Naruto said, recognizing the monsters coming out of the portal. Do you want us to go deal with them? Xiaolin Naruto asked curiously as he looked at Jennie. No. Look, just stay here and wait for Kit to find the last shard and our dimensions. Naruto, then go find him and get the shard. Jennie yelled before she started to walk towards the elevator. Something going on with her? Nevermore, Naruto asked Sheldon curiously. And we mean besides her missing her Naruto and wanting to hug him and hit him for causing this CRP like some kind of Yandra, Naruto said with a snicker as Jennie walked past him. Jennie growled at this as she slugged Naruto in the shoulder, sending him flying into a lab wall. Worth it. Naruto groaned out as he slid down the wall. I think it's more she doesn't want you guys to be seen by anyone, cause if you are then her mom will start asking questions and probably ground her from going to the dance, Sheldon said to Nevermore Naruto. Aw, typical teen stuff, got it, Nevermore Naruto said as he nodded. Just find our dimensions, Naruto, and stay here. And you too. Seeing as you're so capable of fighting now, you too can help me with saving the town. Jennie yelled as she opened the elevator and pointed at it while looking at Brad and Sheldon. Brad and Sheldon both quickly ran into the elevator before Jennie joined them and closed the elevator door. Does anyone else get the feeling she isn't a fan of us? DG Naruto asked after a few moments of silence. Well, her Naruto is still missing, so she's probably worried, Omni Naruto said as he shrugged as he could understand this. Well, then we better find him then before she comes back and decides to take out her frustration out on her hides, Xiaolin Naruto said with a wince as he could tell Jennie was reaching her limit. If she needs a punching bag, I say that we sacrifice that one, Nevermore Naruto said as he pointed at Naruto who was standing up after Jennie's attack. Oi! You don't get to PMP me out. She may be a 9, looks wise, but her personality is a 3 at best. Naruto yelled out as he waved his arms in the air. This again got groans from the other Narutos. Please tell me you are close to finding your Naruto, Xiaolin Naruto said to Kit's screen. I'm working on it, DMN. If you're bored, look around the lab. Kit yelled as even she was reaching her patience limit. Naruto smiled at this before he ran off. Go look around the lab. Oh, for F's sake, someone get him. Nevermore Naruto yelled as he pointed after the mad variant. Oh, what's this do? Youch! Naruto asked as he approached a weapons locker, and as he touched the door he was electrocuted before falling to the ground. All weapons are on lockdown, for you especially, Kit said as the image of her face on the computer screen rolled her eyes. USCK. Naruto yelled as he stood up, his hair smoking and standing on end. Hey, what's this do? Nevermore Naruto asked as he looked at what looked like a orb device that was standing on a shelf. That's a device used to scan faraway areas to scout ahead or look for people in trouble, Kit said with a sigh. So it's for spying on people? Impmon asked curiously. Sweet. Let's see how the rest of this Earth is dealing with this dimensional CRP. Naruto said as he approached the device and tapped it. It's not meant for that, oh whatever, Kit was saying before she gave up, deciding to just let the variant do this, seeing as if it was distracted it wasn't bugging her. Hey, I think this thing is broken, DG Naruto said as he pointed at the orb which was now displaying an image of what looked like a city full of demons that was being attacked by angels. What the hell? Nevermore, Naruto asked as he raised an eyebrow at this. Angels attacking demons? Kinda hypocritical, don't you think? Omni Naruto asked as he frowned as they watched the angels slay the demons. What is this kit? Xiaolin Naruto asked the AI. I can only assume that the barriers between dimensions causing the scrying device to be able to take a look at other dimensions, Kit said as the screams of demons was heard. Go for the head. Naruto yelled as he watched an angel decapitate a demon with a sword. Okay, we're done, Omni Naruto said as he tapped the scrying device, causing the image to change to what looked like an office where what looked like a humanoid kitsune was sitting at a meeting table with what looked like 3 imps and a female humanoid hound. What the heck is this? Omni Naruto asked curiously. I think it's a world that is similar to the one we previously saw, Kit said. Holy F, it's us as a furry. Naruto yelled as he saw the kitsune humanoid who was on the phone. Hold that thought, Blitz. Hello, Stella. I said not to call me, the fox demon, Naruto answered on speaker. Well, hello my foxy consort. I'm calling to inform you that my daughter and I shall be awaiting your arrival at our manor. Oh, I can't wait to feel your thick beep. Tear open my beep as you force me to eat out my daughter while you use a beep to WHP my beep, bright red as the hell sky. Stella moaned out through her call. See you tonight, Stella said before she hung up, making everyone look at the fox demon Naruto flatly. What the F was that? Nevermore, Naruto yelled as everyone looked at this with shock. A reason to change the channel, Sophia said as Xiaolin Naruto tapped the button on the scrying device, changing the display. This time it was showing what looked like the inside of what looked like a guild hall where what looked like a bunch of magic users were fighting each other. Cool. A fight between wizards. Naruto yelled as he smiled seeing this. Shouldn't wizards have wands? Nevermore, Naruto asked curiously. This coming from the vampire that can be in the sun, Impmon asked curiously. Before Nevermore Naruto could respond, the brawling in the displayed hall stopped as what looked like another Naruto barged into the room and swung what looked like a Odachi katana, which caused all the brawling magic users to be cut into pieces and stop fighting. Holy SHT, he killed them. Naruto yelled in shock seeing the variant of themselves do this. Actually, I think they are still alive even in pieces, Xaylan Naruto said as he saw that the brawling magic users' heads were now yelling at the Naruto who had stopped their fighting. As fun as this is, I think I have found my dimensions, Naruto Kit said as her screen started to show a lock-on image. One more. I wanna see if there is a evil version of us. Oh my god, is that a version of us killing people with Harley Quinn? Naruto was saying before he yelled as he tapped the scrying device, which showed what looked like a version of them killing people with what looked like a clown woman. Will you come on? Omni Naruto yelled as he turned off the scrying device while Nevermore Naruto grabbed Naruto by the back of his shirt and dragged him towards Kit's computer screen. Wow, DG Naruto said as he had seen the last Naruto that Naruto had showed them and was surprised there was a evil one. I'm looking good now, huh? Naruto asked with a smug tone. Hush, now where is your Naruto? Omni Naruto said as he looked at Kit's screen. I'm pulling up visuals now, but I'm getting some interference. Hold on, Kit said as her screen showed a static image for a moment before it showed what looked like a high school that was being attacked by a bunch of demonic creatures. Oi! That's my school! Naruto yelled as he jumped to his feet. And it's being attacked by parademons, Omni Naruto said with a frown as he recognized these creatures from his dimension. It would seem that they are there looking for the last shard of phase quartz, Kit said as her face appeared in the corner of the screen. As Kit said this, what looked like a robot and an older man in a lab uniform were running away from some parademons before what looked like a Naruto flew after them and blasted the demons with a rocket launcher, making them explode before he switched his weapon to a bomb glove and threw it at some incoming demons, causing them to explode. That's your Naruto? Xiaolin Naruto asked Kit curiously as the Naruto took out a black hole gun and fired at the demons to give. Yes. It's him. Kit said happily as her image smiled. Okay people. Let's get ready to go. Omni Naruto yelled at the assembled Narutos. Yeah, we need to save Mr. B. Naruto yelled as he clenched his fists. I'm guessing that's the robot, but what about the guy with him? Naruto asked curiously. If you have the time go ahead and save him but no pressure, Naruto said as he shrugged, getting bewildered looks from the other Narutos. Do you have a way for us to get there? Nevermore, Naruto asked Kit curiously. Yes of course, remember you will need to get the shard of phase quartz while there and be sure to give my dimensions Naruto this, Kit said as what looked like a spare earpiece was lifted up out of the ground. On it, Xiaolin Naruto said as he grabbed the earpiece and pocketed it. Kit nodded at this as she activated the portal, making a new portal for the Narutos. Let's go brothers. Nobody lives forever. Naruto yelled as he ran into the portal as he swung his guitar like a mallet. So which of us is more on duty? Naruto asked as the rest approached the portal. Not it. Nevermore, Xiaolin and Omni Naruto all yelled together as they jumped through the portal. DMN it, Naruto grumbled as he and Impmon followed after them before the portal closed. As soon as the portal closed, however, the vent on the ceiling opened and Himawari poked her head into the lab. It's about time. I was getting a headache just listening to all of them, Himawari said as she dropped down into the lab, leaving a rope behind her. Miss Hima, I had a feeling you were in the vents waiting for a chance to enter, Kit said as her image appeared on the computer screen while Tuck lowered himself down on the rope and Kurama flew down with Spy Hima on his back. Yeah, normally I would read you the riot act for leaving me to deal with the SQR, but from what we were hearing you have it worse compared to me, Himawari said as she jerked a thumb at Spy Hima, who pouted cutely at being called out by her older counterpart. She's not that bad, Hima, Tuck said as he shook his head at Chi's friend's attitude. Are you kidding? She can read minds but she's useless. Himawari said as she scoffed. Hey. I'm not what's this do? Spy Hima was saying before she was distracted by a gadget in the lab. Where is Zim? I believe last we talked him and his robot companion were with you, Kit said, asked Himawari as Kurama followed after the little telepath. I left him outside as I wasn't gonna trust him in the lab, Himawari said firmly. Same with GIR, Tuck said with a shudder at the very idea of the mad robot in this lab. And Zim just stayed up there without a fight? Kit asked as the image of her face raised an eyebrow. Himawari and Tuck both smiled at this while Spy Hima giggled mischievously. With Zim. Meanwhile, up in the front yard of the Uzumaki house, Zim's spaceship was parked in front of the house and the little Urkin invader was duct taped to the driver's seat so he couldn't follow while Jair was sitting next to him singing well. Doom doom doom, doomy doomy doom. Jair sang in a very annoying voice. As Jair did this, Zim was smashing his head against the controls of his ship in an attempt to knock himself out, and as he did this he smashed a button that sent out a distress signal. Back with Himawari. Anyway, we're here to try and find where Tak has set up base so we can try and go after her, Tuck said as he approached the computer. And gear up, seeing as she's most likely got creatures from other dimensions doing her bidding now, Hinawari said as she approached the weapons vault which opened up for her. Oh, Spy Hima said, her eyes going wide as she looked at the wall of weapons. Hands in pocket SQR, Himawari said as she grabbed an incinerator and inspected it. Spy Hima pouted and crossed her arms at this but paused as she spotted what looked like a little gun that looked to be just her size, a toy gun. She thought as she smiled before she started to approach it. As this was happening, an alarm started to go off in the lab. Oh great, that must be good, Tuck said with a groan at this as the lab started to shake. What now? Himawari asked Kit as she looked at the AI's screen. Before Kit could respond, the roof of the lab burst open and what looked like a giant mech fell into the lab along with a swarm of parademons. Capture them. Tak's voice yelled as she was revealed to be sitting inside the mech. The parademons screeched at this as they flew at Himawari Tuck and Spy Hima. Himawari scowled at this before she threw her dagger on a string at a parademon, stabbing it in the face before she pulled it out and caught the blade and spun around and stabbed another in the side before she summoned her Omni Hammer and slammed it into the creature's head. As a parademon flew at Spy Hima and Kurama, who was guarding her ready to fight, suddenly Tuck landed on the parademon's back and smashing what looked like a robot fist into the back of its head, making it yell out in surprise. "Kurama! Get the kid out of here!" Tuck yelled as he held on to the back of the parademon for dear life as it tried to throw him off. Kurama blinked at this before he quickly grabbed Spy Hima with his tails and flew off towards the hole in the roof Tuck had made. The parademons screeched at this and moved to follow after them. "Leave them, they are of no consequence," Tuck said as she glared at Himawari, who was still fighting back against any parademon that got close. "You want a fight? I'll gladly give you one." Himawari yelled as she held her Omni Hammer at the ready. "Faye, just like your mother, but just like your mother I know your weakness," Tuck said with an evil smile as she snapped her fingers, which caused a parademon to toss her Tuck, who she caught and held by his head. "Surrender now and I won't have my new minion crush him like a bug," she said as she applied a little bit of pressure to Tuck's head, making him yell out in pain. Himawari's eyes narrowed at this, besides she sighed and dropped her Omni Hammer and the parademons grabbed her. Tuck smiled evilly at this as she threw Tuck to a parademon who carried him out of the lab along with Himawari. "Now let's see if there is anything interesting in the Uzumaki's lab that I can use," she said as she looked around before she stopped as her mech scanners were telling her about a hidden compartment behind a nearby wall. "AI, open that wall and show me where the phase quartz shards are," she yelled at Kit. "If you think I'm gonna dash," Kit was saying before she was cut off. "If you wish for me to not kill the Uzumaki spawn now instead of later, you will do what I say." Tuck yelled at the AI. Kit was silent at this before the wall started to open, showing what looked like a weapon that looked like a long silver gun with a long barrel. Tuck's mech scanned the gun, and when she looked at the readout of what this weapon was capable of, she smiled madly before she grabbed the gun and then looked at Kit. "And the phase quartz shards?" she asked the AI. "They were right here on the table," Kit said as her face looked at the table where they had been but were now gone. Tuck scowled at this before she looked at the remaining parademons with her. "Destroy this place and then get back to base. I have what I want," she said before her mech took off into the sky and flew through the hole she had made in the roof. Kit frowned as the parademon started to destroy the lab before she quickly uploaded herself just as her computer was destroyed. As Tuck flew off in her mech's display showed her an alert, which was an image of Jennie, Brad and Sheldon being captured after being overwhelmed by her army of creatures from across the multiverse. "Good, now I only have the Uzumaki's oldest brat and the variants of himself to deal with," she said with an evil grin as she flew her mech back to her base. With Naruto. Outside, Clone High students were running away in a panic as parademons flew around attacking. "It's the end of the world." Scudworth yelled in a panic as he hid behind an overturned car with Mr. B. Before Mr. B could say anything, a swarm of parademons screeched as they flew at them. But before they could attack, they were attacked by blaster fire from Naruto, who was hovering in the air thanks to his rocket boots. "This may not be my dimension, but I'm not letting you do what you want." Naruto yelled as he threw a beeping grenade at the parademons, which exploded, killing several of them. "Dimension? Did you hit your head while I was unfreezing you, brat?" Scudworth asked as he looked at Naruto with a raised eyebrow. "To make it simple, I'm not your Naruto, now get to safety." Naruto yelled as he threw a few metal objects which activated and turned into what looked like mini robots with blasters for arms. "Mr. Zirkin must destroy you," the robots yelled as they opened fire on the parademons. "Not our Naruto?" Mr. B asked as he slightly frowned. "Just move, Mr. B. He's obviously just having a manic episode like when he was a child with that cape." Scudworth yelled as he dragged Mr. B into the school. "He was playing pretend, you quack." Mr. B yelled out as they entered the school. Naruto switched to the Pyranator and opened fire on the parademons, setting them on fire as they flew close to him, making them screech in pain as they flew away, but even more parademons were coming. Really wish I had Jennie here. Hell, I'll take Brad and Sheldon at this point even if they are untrained, Naruto said as he switched his weapon to the warmonger. As he said this, a portal opened above them before Naruto dropped out of the portal towards the parademons, his guitar raised. Next year in Jerusalem. Naruto yelled as he smashed his guitar into a parademon's head, making it explode. Okay, not what I was expecting, Naruto said as he blinked in surprise. Hey nerd me. Don't worry, we're here to help, hey ugly. Let me show you something. Naruto said at Naruto before he shouted at the parademons as he raised his guitar and aimed the neck of it at them before he opened fired at them, shooting shotgun blasts at them from it, making them scatter to avoid the gunfire. We? Naruto asked curiously before even looked up and saw Omni Naruto, DG Naruto and Impmon Xiaolin Naruto and Sophia, who was in her full-size dragon form, and Nevermore Naruto, who was hovering in the air as he looked around. Not a bad place. I like the demons causing chaos. Is this normal? Nevermore Naruto asked with a raised eyebrow. Hell no. They're taking my gerb. Naruto yelled with a redneck accent as he continued to fire his guitar/shotgun at the parademons. Ah, well then, Nevermore Naruto said with a fanged grin before he made what looked like BLD fly out of his wrist and made a broadsword, which he then swung one-handed at a parademon that was flying at him from behind, slicing it in half in a shower of BLD. What the hell? Naruto asked, his eyes going wide at this show of brutality. Yeah, he's the edgelord of us now, watch your back. Xiaolin Naruto yelled as he jumped of Sophia and swung his rose WHP at a parademon, slicing its wings off before Sophia crushed it under her claws. What you think, partner? Beelzeman? Naruto asked Impmon curiously. Please, like these guys are worth the trouble of bio-merging, Impmon said with a scoff. True, okay, go with Balman, Naruto said with a grin as he held up his Digivice. Impmon nodded at this as he was encased in a cocoon of data before he digivolved to his ultimate form and flew at the parademons attacking them. Omni Naruto looked at his Omnitrix and after a few turns of the dial he slammed it down and in a flash of light turned into 4 arms. The now transformed variant yelled before he raised his hands and clapped them, sending a shockwave at some of the parademons, sending them flying. Top of the world ma, haha. Naruto yelled, cackling wildly as he rode on top of one of the parademons like a horse who was flying around wildly trying to toss him off but wasn't having any luck. These guys really don't seem to like you. Xalan Naruto yelled as he threw a rose into the head of a parademon who was flying at Naruto. Hey, I didn't start it. They just showed up and just started attacking me. Naruto yelled as he fired the warmonger at some of the enemy, blasting them. Do you have the phase quartz shard? 4 arms yelled as he slugged a parademon in the face while using his other arms to put one in a choke hold. Yes, I do. Wait, how do you know about that? Naruto asked curiously as he raised an eyebrow at this. Your AI babysitter has been having us gather the other shards, and attackers from other dimensions have been after the shards. DG Naruto yelled as he took cover behind a overturned car while Balman attacked the enemy with his talismans. Kit recruited help from variants of me? Naruto asked as he flew around and fired his twin blasters at some demons. She didn't exactly have a choice in the matter, Xiaolin said as he summoned some vines who grabbed some flying parademons and held them still while Sophia breathed some blue fire at them, turning them blue before they attacked their fellow demons. Yeah. Thanks to your F-up we all got switched around and dragged into this bullshit. Naruto yelled as he raised his guitar and smashed it into the head of the demon he was riding before he jumped down to the ground. Naruto's eyes widened at this before he frowned as he knew that he had screwed things up for his dimension, but now he was responsible for screwing things up for other versions of himself. With Scudworth. Meanwhile, with the mad principal and his robot Butter, they were both taking refuge in the principal's office while watching the fight on the security monitors. Okay, so the multiverse is real, who knew? Scudworth said after a few moments of stunned silence at the different versions of Naruto that were fighting alongside their Naruto. I'm just happy our Naruto is okay, Wesley, Mr. B said with a sigh of relief as he looked at footage of Naruto playing his guitar loudly, causing the parademons to hold their heads in pain from the noise while Nevermore Naruto stabbed them with his BLD tendrils. You think we can trade him in for a different one? I like the one with the gadgets, Scudworth said with a grin as he rubbed his hands together at the possible weapons that Naruto had for him. Mr. B scowled at this, but before he could yell at the mad principal, a purple portal opened up beneath them, causing them to fall through before the portal quickly closed. Back with the Narutos. Looks like we're wearing out the enemy, Nevermore Naruto said as he drained the BLD of several demons. Before the turn the BLD he took into BLD spikes and threw them at an approaching swarm, impaling them and killing them. Good, I'm at my limit, for Arms said as the Omnitrix symbol on his chest flashed a few times before in a flash of red light he turned back into Omni Naruto. You have a time limit? DG Naruto asked before he scoffed as Balman landed near him and turned back into Impmon. You didn't even fight and you're giving me attitude? Omni Naruto asked as he raised an eyebrow at this. If I fight it would just be a slaughter and we already have one guy doing that. DG Naruto yelled as he pointed at Nevermore Naruto, who was draining the BLD out of the bodies of the dead parademons near him. Hey, I'm stocking up for future fights, I can't just get by on being a living battery like you, Nevermore Naruto said as he gave DG Naruto a glare. And the fact you are enjoying being so brutal? Xiaolin Naruto asked, raising an eyebrow at the massacred demons around Nevermore Naruto. Hey, I'm stable compared to him. Nevermore Naruto yelled as he pointed at Naruto, who was smashing his guitar on the body of a dead parademon. Rule 2 of War. Double tap. Naruto yelled as he looked up from what he was doing before promptly going back to what he was doing. I think we drove them off for now, Naruto said with a sigh of relief as he landed near the rest of the Narutos. Good, now that we found you we can get you and the final shard to Kit here, Xiaolin Naruto said as he handed Naruto a earpiece. Naruto smiled in gratitude at this before he took the earpiece and put it in his ear. Kit, you there? He asked. Yes, I'm here, but I'm afraid I can't send you back to the lab, Kit said with a sad tone. What? Why not? Naruto asked as the other Narutos all looked at him surprised. Before Kit could respond, what looked like a purple drone flew over to TH and started to project a holographic image of Tak. It's because I have dealt with your mother's lab, Tak's hologram said with a smirk at the Narutos. Who's the cockroach? Naruto asked curiously as he pointed at the hologram, which caused Tak to faceplant. That's the one who started this by stealing the Dimensionator, Naruto said with a sigh. Wait, you dealt with the lab? Xiaolin Naruto asked with a frown as he was now worried about Kit. Yes. I destroyed the lab after taking a weapon of your mother's for myself. Tak yelled as she stood up and glared at Naruto. Wait, if you destroyed the lab, then how is Kit talking to me and how do I have access to my weapons locker? Naruto asked as he held up his Omni glove and pointed at his earpiece. Tak was silent at this as she didn't have an answer for this. I uploaded myself to you Omni glove before she could destroy the computer. As for the weapons locker, it's deep under the main lab which she didn't destroy, Kit said into Naruto's ear so only he could hear. Maybe it's 'cause she's sloppy, Nevermore Naruto said with a smirk as he looked at Tak. Tak growled in frustration at this before she smirked. Sloppy am I? Would a sloppy person have planned ahead for when you fools all meet up? She asked as a holographic image appeared next to her of what looked like a jail cell where a chained-up Gwen, Wednesday, Kimiko, Mimi, and Palmon, Jennie, Sheldon, Brad, Himawari and Tuck could be seen. This caused all the Narutos besides Naruto's eyes to go wide. You beach! Impmon yelled angrily while DG Naruto grabbed him so he didn't attack the drone. You were actually able to catch Wednesday off guard. You are either really good or really lucky, Nevermore Naruto said with a sneer as he looked at Tak. If you hurt any of them I swear I'll dash, Xiaolin Naruto was saying before he was cut off. Oh, I'm a reasonable alien invader, I'm more than willing to spare them, Tak said with a smug grin as she looked at the Narutos. What do you want? Naruto asked with a glare as he knew there would be a angle. I want the phase quartz shards you have been gathering, hand them over and I'll happily spare them their lives, Tak said with an evil grin. And not that I'm not sympathetic you guys, but she does not have anyone I care about, so what's my incentive? Naruto asked as he raised his hand. Oh, and my new arrival just arrived, Tak said as an image showed what looked like Scudworth being thrown into the same cell as the other prisoners before being chained up by the robot guards. That's my incentive. Gahahahahahaha. Naruto asked before he fell over laughing madly at this. Huh, there's a robot with that guy, nevermore, Naruto said as the footage showed Mr. B being chained up with Scudworth and the others. This caused Naruto to stop laughing before. You have started a war, you roach. Naruto yelled loudly as he shot to his feet and grabbed his guitar ready to take a swing at the drone. Before nevermore, Naruto tackled him and started to hold him down so he wouldn't attack the drone. I will be sending a drone in an hour to your location to pick up the shards, you have until then to decide, Tak said with a smirk at Naruto before ever image disappeared and the drone flew away. Wait. I only have the one shard. Naruto yelled after the drone as it flew into a portal in the sky. We left the other shards with Kit Omni, Naruto said as he frowned. And if she attacked the lab then she would have seen them, Zaylin, Naruto said as he rubbed his chin. Then where are the shards? DG, Naruto asked curiously. Let me go DMN it. I'm not into that KNKYSHT. Naruto yelled, getting everyone's attention as nevermore Naruto held up the mad clone in the air with his BLD tendrils. Are you gonna be calm now? Nevermore, Naruto asked curiously. What am I, F5? Naruto yelled out. Mentally. Impmon asked as if he had been practicing this. This got snorts of laughter from Omni, Xiaolin and DG Naruto. Let me down, DMN it. Naruto yelled out in frustration. Nevermore, Naruto nodded at this before he dropped him. Naruto yelled as he fell, and when he hit the ground the 5 shards of phase quartz flew out of his coat in view of everyone. So that's where they went, Kit's voice said from Naruto's Omni glove. You moron, nevermore, Naruto said with a shake of his head. What? I figured I should have them on hand instead of leaving them with the punk but AI who can't even fight. Naruto yelled as he stood up and dusted himself off. What matters now is that we have these to trade for all our friends, Omni, Naruto said as Naruto grabbed the shards. Back on Naruto's Earth. Meanwhile, back in Tremorton, what looked like a massive tower-like base was standing in the middle of town being guarded by all kinds of creatures from parademons to Digimon. And on a hill overlooking the base was Spy Hima and Kurama. Okay, Mr. Robot Doggy, we have a secret mission. We have to save the older version of me, defeat the bad guy and save the multiverse, Spy Hima said with a smile at Kurama. Kurama's sweat dropped at this but nodded after a second as he was programmed to obey Himawari, and technically Spy Hima counted. Spy Hima nodded at this as she took out what looked like a toy gun she had taken from Naruto's lab. Whoop, Agent Himawari is on the case. Go to hell, baby, she said with a smile. With the Narutos. The team of Narutos were walking outside of town past the welcome sign that said welcome to USA, where Tak had told them to meet them for the trade-off. What kind of name for a town is USA? Nevermore, Naruto asked as he looked at the welcome sign as they walked past it. I don't know what kind of vampire can't turn into a bat, ACH. Uncle. Naruto was saying before nevermore Naruto grabbed him by his throat. Okay, you two separate, Omni, Naruto said as he tried to get in between the two variants and separate them. Bite me, Boy Scout, nevermore, Naruto said as he let Naruto go and rolled his eyes at the hero variant of himself. Oh, so clever, a vampire asking someone to bite him. There's a gay joke in there somewhere, but thankfully I have some standards, Naruto said with a snicker. You have standards? DG Naruto asked, raising an eyebrow at this. Yeah, I'm not buying, Impmon said as he shook his head at this. I have plenty of standards, tattoo. Naruto yelled at Impmon, who growled at this and went to attack Naruto but was grabbed by Naruto, stopping him. Okay, enough, we have a bit more walking to do to meet up for the trade-off, so let's just try to get there without killing each other, Naruto said as he looked at his Omni glove, seeing they had less than 20 minutes to get to the meeting point. Everyone was quiet as they continued walking for a few minutes before. Hey, how about a song to lighten up the mood? Naruto asked curiously as he looked at his fellow variants. Oh god, Xiaolin, Naruto said as he groaned along with Safina, who was sitting on his shoulder. A law was made in distant made to go here dash, Naruto started to sing before he was cut off. Will you knock it off? I have a migraine, Naruto said as he held his head. Into the woods. Into the woods. Naruto sang out after a few moments of silence. Hey Andrew Lloyd Fr. Knock it off with the spam a lot CRP. Naruto yelled as he looked up from his Omni glove to look back at the singing clone. You're the one that I want. Naruto was singing before Nevermore Naruto came up behind him with a small BLD hammer and smacked him on the head, causing him to fall to the ground. Ugh, I hate show tunes, someone carry him, Nevermore Naruto said as he recalled the BLD hammer into his body and walked past the downed clone. Nah, the other Narutos all said together as they continued to walk. Popular, I want to be popular, Naruto sang out in a daze as he laid on the ground while the other Narutos continued on their way. Soon they came up on a clearing where there was a few mountain ranges in the distance. Okay, this is the place we got here a bit early, so we just need to sit tight for now, Naruto said as he looked up from his Omni glove, which displayed that they were at the location Tak had given them. What do we do if this beach just takes the shards and attacks us? Nevermore Naruto asked as he lightly narrowed his eyes. Then we fight back and make her tell us where our friends are being kept, Omni Naruto said with a firm tone. That before or after your watch recharges? Impmon asked with a scoff at the fact Omni Naruto had to recharge with every transformation. Omni Naruto frowned at this but said nothing. How does that thing work anyway? Naruto asked as he looked at Omni Naruto curiously. No idea really, I am still learning how to use it myself. Basically it lets me turn into different alien forms for a limited time and I have about 13 different forms currently, Omni Naruto said as he looked at the watch on his wrist. Have you tried to tinker with it, maybe see if it has any more powerful aliens that can help us end this CRP? Naruto asked as he walked over holding his head. A bit, but Gwen doesn't think I should mess with it too much seeing as we don't know if it's safe, Omni Naruto said as he shook his jet. Sap letting the fat but keep you on a leash, said with a scoff at this. Oi. Watch it you maniac, I am not above pranking you with one of my aliens. Omni Naruto yelled as he held up his hand ready to activate the Omnitrix. Dude come on, Xiaolin Naruto said as he gave Naruto a look. I'm just saying you don't see me being a sap to a girl unlike the rest of you, renegade for life. Naruto said with a smile as he pumped his fist in the air. Something tells me karma's gonna bite him in the butt someday when it comes to this, Xiaolin Naruto whispered to Sophia, who nodded at this. Back at Clone High. Meanwhile, back at the destroyed school, a young teen woman was roller skating towards the school. She had fair skin, short black hair styled in pixie cut with blue highlights, and dark green eyes. Her outfit was a mix of punk and goth and consisted of a gray fishnet top with a sleeveless black vest, black shirt with blue flames at the bottom, torn stockings, and black boots. Geez, Frida and Harriet weren't kidding when they said the school was trashed. I bet old Scudworth let something loose that he shouldn't, the teen girl said with a sigh as she roller skated away from the school. Back with the Narutos. I'm not dating Gwen, we're just partners with crime fighting, Omni Naruto said as he looked at Naruto with a raised eyebrow. Oh god, you're in the will they won't they phase. Please don't be as dumb as Abe, Naruto said as he slapped his forehead at this. Omni Naruto's eyebrow twitched at this as he went to activate his Omnitrix but was stopped by Naruto. Ignore him here, let me take a look at it, I'm pretty good with tech and with Kit, maybe we can figure something out with it, Naruto said as he pulled Omni Naruto aside. Do you ever not act like a moronic PP bag? Nevermore, Naruto asked Naruto curiously. I prefer the term smart, but, plus I'm plenty nice to those that earn it, like my friends at school, Naruto said with a smile, getting bewildered looks from the other Narutos. Ah, I get it, you don't let others close unless you feel you can trust them to like you for you, so you're a smart but to them to see if they are worth the trouble, Sophia said as she looked at Naruto from Xiaolin Naruto's shoulder. Well, that and it's funny, Naruto said as he shrugged. Since when are you a therapist? Xiaolin Naruto asked his dragon companion curiously. You spend 1,000 years as a statue, you end up building up the skill to analyze people, Sophia said as she shrugged. I'm just surprised that this tack was able to even capture Wednesday, she's usually more alert than this, Nevermore, Naruto said as he crossed his arms. I'm more surprised you're willingly dating that psycho Impmon said as he shuddered slightly along with DG Naruto. Oh, we're not dating, we're complicated, Nevermore, Naruto said as he tried to think of the right word to describe his relationship with his friend. Let me guess. You're interested in her, but she plays it off and ignores you, but you keep helping her and slowly wearing her down. Naruto said as he raised an eyebrow. Nevermore, Naruto said nothing to this but looked to the side at this. Well, this makes for a better love story than Twilight, at least, Naruto said as he snickered. I am so glad I'm past this will they won't they stuff, Xiaolin Naruto said with a sigh as he rubbed the back of his head. Ditto, DG Naruto said as he gave his fellow variant a thumbs up. You two have girlfriends, huh? Omni Naruto asked curiously as he let Naruto look at the Omnitrix and scan it with his Omni glove so Kit could look at its specs. Any advice on how to get a girl to like you? Naruto asked as he looked away from the Omnitrix and looked at Xiaolin Naruto and DG Naruto. Well, Xiaolin Naruto was saying before he was interrupted. Oh, that's easy. You just got to find the CLTRS. Naruto yelled with a smile at this. Nevermore, Naruto snorted on laughter at this while the other Narutos looked at Naruto with wide eyes and their mouths agape. What's that? Is it like finding Jesus or something? Impmon asked curiously as he knew a few human terms but he wasn't an expert. Kinda, DG Naruto said as he composed himself while Naruto burst out laughing at this. As fun as it is to listen to you all bond, one do believe tack is coming, Kit's voice said from Naruto's Omni glove. Everyone looked up and saw what looked like a small drone flying towards them, and when it got close it opened up and started to project a holographic image of tack. Did you bring the shards? Tack asked as she looked at Naruto. Naruto nodded as he held up a sack and opened it up, showing that all 6 shards were inside them before he closed the sack up. Excellent, Tack said with a smile as a claw came out of the drone and grabbed the bag before it pulled the sack into the drone's body. What about all our friends? Omni Naruto asked as he looked at Tack's hologram. Ah yes, don't worry, your friends will live, at least long enough to watch me start my conquest of the multiverse. Tack said with an evil grin, getting shocked looks from the Narutos before the hologram disappeared and the drone quickly disappeared in a portal which quickly disappeared. You backstabbing CNT. Naruto yelled as he grabbed his guitar ready to attack. Normally I wouldn't approve of that kind of language, but it's very fitting here, Nevermore, Naruto said as his eyes flashed red and he showed his fangs. What are we gonna do now? DG Naruto asked with a look of annoyance as he looked at everyone. We could start by finding that CNT so I can shove my guitar right up her dash, Naruto was saying. Point made. Omni Naruto yelled as he had a good idea what the mad variant was gonna say. Kit, we need a way to follow after Tack. Naruto yelled as he looked at his Omni glove. I am unable to send any support, besides the weapons vault in the basement of the lab everything else was destroyed, Kit's voice said. So we are stuck here? Naruto asked as he frowned. Nice job, nerd. Naruto yelled as he smashed his guitar into the dirt in frustration. Not helping, Xiaolin Naruto said as he gave Naruto an annoyed look. Bite me, monk boy. Naruto yelled out. How are we gonna follow after Tak? Omni Naruto asked Naruto, seeing as he was the most tech-savvy among them all. If we had a lab of some kind, me and Kit could probably deal with this, Naruto said as he tried to rack his brain. Naruto froze at this before he smiled. Oh! Oh! He yelled as he jumped a bit and pointed at himself. What? You have to go to the bathroom? Naruto asked curiously. Remind me to bash your head in later. No, I know a lab that may have the equipment you can use. Naruto said to Naruto before he looked at Naruto. Really? All the Narutos yelled, surprised at this. Follow me. The Quack's lab is back in town. Naruto yelled as he led the way back to town. Are we really gonna trust the unstable one? Omni Naruto asked the rest of the group as they followed Naruto. Oi! I heard that Boy Scout. I'll have you know Mr. B has me tested yearly to see if I'm crazy. Naruto yelled as he looked back at them. Did you pass? Xiaolin Naruto asked, raising an eyebrow at this. D- is a passing grade, right? Naruto asked, getting groans from the Narutos as he led them back towards town. It's the best chance we have to go after Tak, Naruto said to the team as he sighed and shook his head while hoping that all of them had enough luck that this would work out in their favor. Tak's base. Meanwhile, back in Naruto's home dimension, inside Tak's base, the hallways were being patrolled by robot drones and parademons. As some drones flew out of the hallway, the floor suddenly bulged before a drill came through, before the drill turned back into Kurama's tails and the robot Kitsune jumped out of the freshly made hole. Wow, I wonder if they have robo-doggies in my dimension, Spy Hima said as she poked her head out of the hole and looked at Kurama with stars in her eyes. Kurama ignored this as he grabbed Spy Hima with his tails and pulled her out of the hole before he looked at the hole and fired a beam from his eyes, and when the beam hit the hole was instantly repaired. Oh, so we don't let them know we're here, very smart robo-doggy. Spy Hima said with a smile as she looked at Kurama. Kurama's eyebrow twitched in annoyance at this before his ears twitched as he looked down the hallway and saw, thanks to his X-ray scanners, that some drones were coming. Okay, let's find the prisoners and free Oi. Spy Hima was saying before Kurama used his tails to force open a vent above them and shoved her into it before he quickly jumped in with her and closed it behind her. Spy Hima looked through the vent and saw the drones as it patrolled the hall before Kurama tapped her shoulder with his tail before pointing down the vent. Oh. We use the vents to sneak around, Spy Hima whispered with a smile as she led the way down the vent with Kurama close behind her. After making their way down the vent, Spy Hima and Kurama paused as they heard what sounded like manic laughter. They both then looked through another vent opening and saw what looked like a control room where Tak was looking at the phase quartz shards which were inside a container and being scanned, the results being shown on the computer. Now that I have all of the shards, I can finally go to other dimensions besides just the other 5 that were viewable up until now, Tak said as she looked at the results on the screen, which was showing images of many different dimensions including their Narutos. Oh, so many different versions of Otosen. Spy Hima thought in wonder as she looked at the images. Tak's computer then paused as it showed an image of what looked like a Naruto in an orange jumpsuit who was yelling as he was slowly being consumed by what looked like an orange demonic aura. Tak looked at the results on the computer and smiled evilly at what she read as a plan started to form in her mind. Spy Hima read her mind, and as she did her eyes widened and she paled at what she was hearing. With the Narutos. The group of Narutos entered now in the now abandoned Clone High, which had been evacuated after the attack by the parademons. Why are we here? Naruto asked curiously as they walked down the hallway following Naruto. Because Battery Boy the Quack keeps a lab here which I'm sure Nerdme and his AI babysitter can use to get us back to his dimension so we can kick that Beach's peach and save our friends, Naruto said as he led the way. Ah, that makes sense. He had me in some underground labyrinth before the parademons showed up, so it would make sense that he has a lab here too, Naruto said as he nodded at this. Okay, my doppelgangers were here. Naruto said with a grin as they stopped in front of the door to the principal's office, before he grabbed his guitar off his back and smashed his way through it, destroying the door. Is that really necessary? Xiaolin Naruto asked, raising an eyebrow at this. Yup, I love trashing the quack's office and lab. Naruto said with a smile as he led the way into the office. So you want to save him just so you can make him miserable? Impmon asked curiously. Pretty much. Okay, here we go, Naruto said as he approached the principal's desk and pushed a button that was on a bust that was on the desk, which caused the walls in the office to open up, showing a bunch of lab equipment. Naruto blinked at this before he smiled and scanned the lab with his Omni glove. You think we can use this stuff, Kit? He asked. Indeed, it shouldn't take long to make a way back to our home dimension. Tell me, does this Scudworth have any vehicles we can use? Kit's voice asked. I think so, let's take a look. I'm sure the quack has something we can use. Is that my Vespa? Naruto said as he and the other Narutos looked around before he shouted as he spotted what looked like a yellow Vespa, which he quickly ran over to and started to hug. Focus, you maniac, nevermore, Naruto said as he rolled his eyes as Naruto hugged his Vespa. F you, Edward. I built this when I was a kid with Mr. B. Naruto yelled as he looked away from his Vespa. Nevermore, Naruto's eyebrow twitched at this as he made some BLD spikes float in the air before Omni Naruto patted him on the shoulder, stopping him. Is that a blackbird? Why does this guy have one of those? Xiaolin Naruto asked as he pointed out a big military jet. Oh, I hijacked that to help my buddy Abe with his school president campaign, Naruto said as he waved his hand dismissively. The other Narutos looked at Naruto with bewildered looks at this. This will do, let's get to work, Naruto said as he composed himself before summoning his Omni wrench and approached the blackbird. With Spy Hima. Meanwhile, with Spy Hima, she was sneaking her way through the vents with Kurama close behind her. How big is this place? I can't tell if we're even getting close to where we need to go, Spy Hima whined. Kurama rolled his eyes at this before he paused and looked through an open vent into a room that seemed to be a security room with several security monitors, one of which showed an image of a room with Jennie locked up in a heavily sealed room, and on several other monitors there were other prisoners, Himawari and Tuck, Zim and Gir, Mimi and Palmon, Wednesday, Kimiko, Gwen, and finally Scudworth and Mr. B. Kurama pocked Spy Hima with his tail before he pointed out of the vent. Oh, the prisoners. Can you free them? Spy Hima whispered as she smiled, seeing the security footage before she looked at Kurama. Kurama nodded at this before he looked into the room again and saw that the room had what looked like tax robot minion Mimi watching the footage to make sure the prisoners didn't escape. We have to deal with a bad robot, Spy Hima whispered as she took out the small gun she had taken from Naruto's lab. But as she did this, Mimi looked up at the vent and narrowed her eyes before she jumped and slashed at the vent with her giant claw, easily slicing the vent open. Ah! Spy Hima yelled as she fell out of the vent along with Kurama. Kurama growled at this before he flew at Mimi and started to fight with her. Oi, Spy Hima groaned as she rubbed her bottom after her fall, but then she looked at the control display in front of her and saw a big red button. In Unkai Lee's prison movies, the big red button frees all the prisoners. Aha! Spy Hima said as she found a big red button and pushed it, which caused an alarm to go off. Security breach, all containment cells have been opened, the computer said as footage on the monitors showed that all the prisoners were now being freed. Agent Hima wins. Spy Hima said happily as she braced her hands in the air. Before she was grabbed by Kurama as he ran for the door and ran through it as it closed. Mimi glared at this as she flexed her claw and took off after the young telepath and her robot companion. With the Narutos. It had been a few hours and the Narutos were all waiting patiently as Naruto worked on the blackbird, getting it ready to go. Okay, I'm all set. Naruto said as he moved his goggles up to his forehead. Good, now let's get moving and go save our friends, DG Naruto said as he and Impmon smiled at this. Saddle up, pilgrims, we're going to war. Naruto said with a southern accent as they all got into the Blackbird, him dragging his Vespa with him. Do you really need that for this? Xiaolin Naruto asked, raising an eyebrow at this. Do you need the blue lizard? Naruto asked curiously, getting a growl from Sophia. Omni Naruto sighed at this before he noticed that Naruto wasn't getting into the Blackbird with them. Hey, you coming or what? He asked. Yeah, let's go already, Impmon yelled as he looked at Naruto. I am going back home and so are all of you, Naruto said firmly as the door of the Blackbird closed and locked. What the hell ain't you doing? Nevermore, Naruto yelled as he looked at Naruto. I caused all of this and I'm not dragging you into this anymore. Kid has control of the ship and will be taking each of you home, and when I finish with Tak I'll send all your friends home to you, Naruto said firmly. Let me out. I'm already home. Naruto yelled as he slammed against the window. Nice try, but you will be dropped off last so you don't get in the way, Naruto said as he shook his head. If you think I'm gonna let you, Gaoawa. Nevermore, Naruto was yelling as he grabbed the door of the Blackbird, prepared to rip it off its hinges before it lit up and started to electrocute him, causing him to be sent flying into the opposite wall. You can't fight Tak alone. Xiaolin Naruto yelled out as the Blackbird started to power up for takeoff. Like I said, this is my problem. I'm sorry I got you all involved in my problem, Naruto said with a frown before the Blackbird took off into the air, destroying the roof as it flew towards the giant portal in the sky. Naruto then put on his goggles and activated his jet boots and took off flying after it and flew into the portal. As he did this, his goggles helped guide him through the portal, and soon he flew out of the other end of the portal and saw the town of Tremorton, which was in disarray after all of the chaos that had been caused by Tak's army. Naruto frowned at this before he looked at the massive base in the middle of the city and flew towards it and summoned the black hole generator, which he fired at the parademons outside the front gates of the base, who all screamed as they were sucked into the mini singularly before it disappeared. A few seconds after this happened, Naruto heard some roars and looked up in the air and saw what looked like some Dividramon and Vilemon flying out of the base and towards him. Naruto's eyes narrowed at this as he switched his weapon to the Warmonger and summoned a few Mr. Zirkons before he flew off and started to open fire on the digital monsters flying at him. With Tak. Tak was sitting in the control room watching the security monitors, which was showing images of Naruto fighting her army of Digimon, and on another monitor it showed Spy Hima riding Kurama as he tried to get away from Mimi, who was chasing them through her base. So the spawn of the Uzumaki, instead of teaming up with the variants of himself, he instead sends them home and tries to mount an attack on his own to save his friends. Such a disappointment, and I was so hoping I would have to go through with my plan to deal with them all, Tak said with a smirk as she looked at another monitor which had an image of what looked like a Naruto who was inside a special containment cells. What stood out about this Naruto was that it was attacking the walls and door of its cell, and that it was covered by what looked like an orange aura and had what looked like 3 tails flowing behind him. After all, what better way to deal with all versions of the Uzumaki spawn than by tricking them into killing the prime one in a fight, Tak said with an evil smile. Going forward, this Naruto will be referred to as Prime Naruto. Let me out, DMN. Prime Naruto yelled as it started to get more and more angry and drawing on more of its power. With the other Narutos. Meanwhile, on the Blackbird, it was currently flying through the multiverse as it made its way to its destination set by Naruto. Let us out, DMN. Naruto yelled as he slammed against the door of the Blackbird, but this did nothing as he slid down the door. I think it moved a little that time, DG Naruto said with a flat tone of voice while Impmon snickered. F you battery boy. Naruto yelled as he stood up with his guitar in his hands ready to take a swing at both Digimon and its tamer. Enough. All of you shut the F up or I swear to God I'll do something not nice. Nevermore, Naruto yelled as his face went completely demonic, complete with BLD tendrils coming out of his face as he roared the last 2 words. This made DG Naruto Naruto and Impmon scream like girls before Nevermore Naruto stopped acting scary just as quick as he started causing them to stop screaming. You can't be serious about letting him fight Tak on his own, Kit, Xiaolin Naruto said as he looked at the controls of the ship where a small computer screen could be seen which had Kit's image displayed. My opinion on this doesn't really matter. Naruto feels that he needs to fix this on his own and to rely on all of you for help would be selfish on his part, Kit said. Oh, for F's sake, this isn't just about him and his lone wolf phase DMN. Naruto yelled out in frustration. Yeah, plus we have friends that need saving from Tak too, DG Naruto said as he frowned. Let's not forget the fact that all universes are in trouble if we don't deal with Tak now, Omni Naruto said as he frowned. While you all make a good point, I can't just disobey dash, Kit was saying before she was cut off. Technically we're all Narutos and each of us have as much say as your Naruto, so wouldn't all of us telling you to let us help overrule your Naruto? Nevermore, Naruto asked curiously, getting silence from everyone as they all looked at the vampire variant. A edgelord and a philosopher, definitely the most scary of us, Xiaolin Naruto said as he sighed at this. I concede to your point, Kit said as the ship suddenly made a sharp turn, making all of the Narutos go flying to the floor. Gah! F Sunday driving AI. If you scratch the paint job on my ride you're dead. Naruto yelled as he slammed against his Vespa. Omni Naruto, please approach, Kit said, ignoring the clone variant. Omni Naruto quickly got up and approached them. After doing some scans of this Omnitrix, I have found a setting that will help with the fight ahead. Please enter in this sequence as I say it, Kit said as she started to give Omni Naruto instructions. Omni Naruto quickly followed these instructions, and after he finished, the Omnitrix started to glow green and started to turn in place. What's this, a upgrade? Omni Naruto asked before in a flash of light he transformed into upgrade. Whoa, what the heck? He yelled as he looked at himself in surprise. It's the blob. Kill it, oi! Naruto yelled in a panic before Nevermore Naruto slapped him in the back of the head. Looks like you can activate your powers with just a thought now, Xiaolin Naruto said with a grin as Upgrade looked around and the circle on his head smiled before in a flash of green light he was Omni Naruto again. Indeed, and the time limit is gone now prepare yourselves, we will arrive near Tak's base soon, Kit said firmly. I'll drive. Naruto yelled as he grabbed the wheel. No, the other Narutos, Kit, Impmon and Sophia yelled before the Blackbird started to do barrel rolls. With Naruto. Naruto avoided a Dividramon's claws as he flew around and fired at its face with his blasters while he threw some grenades behind him at some Vilemon who were flying at him, undeterred by their fellow Digimon being caught in the explosion. DMN it, Naruto growled as he kept avoiding the Vilemon and firing, but soon he was caught in the claws of another Dividramon, making him yell out as he was now trapped. Suddenly a giant holographic image of Tak appeared towering over Naruto. Such a disappointment, I was hoping you would have put up a better fight than that, at least your mother knew when to go for the kill, Tak said with a smirk at her victory over Naruto. Holding back isn't a weakness. Naruto yelled before he yelled in pain as the Dividramon squeezed him a little to silence him. Tak smiled evilly at his yell of pain before the roar of an engine was heard as the Blackbird shot out of the rip in the sky and started making a beeline for them. As it did, it opened fire at the Dividramon, making it roar in pain as he dropped Naruto. As Naruto fell, he summoned what looked like the rocket launcher and took aim at the Dividramon and fired, nailing it in the head, making it explode in a burst if data. What? Tak yelled at this before the Blackbird flew through her hologram, destroying it before the jet crashed into the side of Tak's base. Naruto flew over to the crashed jet as the door started to shake before the door went flying as a bunch of BLD forced it open as Nevermore Naruto flew out. What are you guys doing here? Naruto asked as Xiaolin DG and Omni Naruto quickly came out of the destroyed jet. We're here to save you and our friends. By the way, we're gonna talk about you Tazumi later, Nevermore Naruto said as he glared at Naruto. Sorry about the Blackbird, sir. 3 guesses who was driving, Kit said with a sigh. As Kit said this, Naruto stumbled out of the destroyed Blackbird covered in dirt and looking dazed from the crash. Hey, if you find any teeth laying around, they are mine, Naruto groaned out before he fell to the ground. I said this is my problem, Naruto was saying before he was cut off. This isn't just about you, this is about all our worlds and friends, Xiaolin Naruto said firmly to Naruto. Yes, so you're stuck with us, Omni Naruto said with his own firm look at Naruto. Now where is that janitor beach, assuming she used to be a janitor or whatever alien job she had before this, let's find her. Naruto yelled as he stood up after his quick recovery. Before Naruto could respond, they all heard an alarm go off as what looked like even more Vilemon and parademons flew out of Tak's base and made a beeline for them. Get them all. I will never be a janitor again. Tak's voice yelled over the PA system. Haha, I was right, in your face beach. Naruto yelled happily. Focus, we have a fight now, Omni Naruto said as in a flash of green light he turned into Heat Blast ready to fight. Good idea, hey kid. How about some kick butt? Music for us to fight to? Naruto yelled as he pulled out his guitar and ran to his Vespa, which was still okay. Well, if it inspires you to fight better, Kit said as she hacked Tak's PA system. Play Intergalactic by the Beastie Boys. Oh yeah. That's my jam. Naruto yelled as he started his Vespa and took off towards the flying army of Taks. Wait for us, you maniac. Xalan Naruto yelled as he jumped onto Sophia, who had grown to her full size before taking off after the mad clone. Nevermore, Naruto smiled as he summoned some BLD tendrils before he flew at the enemy. It's hero time. Heat Blast yelled as he fired a blast of fire at the Vilemon beside. In a flash of green light he switched to 4 arms and slugged a Parademon in the face. Okay, now we go all out, DG Naruto said as he held up his Digivice. About time, Impmon said with a smirk as they were both engulfed by a egg of data. Impmon biomerged to Beelzemon. Beelzemon flew out and aimed his blaster arm at the approaching army Chrono Blaster. He yelled as he fired at them. You could do that the whole time. Naruto yelled as he killed a Parademon by running his Vespa wheel on its head, sending BLD flying. At least now you have backup now, sir, Kit's voice said from Naruto's Omni Glove. Naruto sighed at this before he readied his blasters and flew after his team to help them fight. With Jennie. Meanwhile, with Jennie, she was in her special cell along with Brad, Sheldon, Himawari and Tuck, who were suspended against the wall, their arms secured against the wall with high-tech cuffs, while Zim and Jir were in a cage that was suspended from the ceiling. I can't believe that alien freak got the drop on us, Jennie grumbled as she tried to free herself from her bindings, but they didn't move. Yeah, I thought we would be able to handle this seeing as we at least had Jennie, Sheldon said as he gestured to Jennie with his head. Foolish humans. You were fools to try and fight against Tak when she had an army of creatures from across the multiverse. Zim yelled down at them. Are you really gonna compliment your fellow invader for doing a better job than you right now, Zim? Himawari asked, raising an eyebrow as she looked up at Zim. Of course not. Once I get out of here I'll take everything she has built and secure the earth for the almighty tallest, then will you stop doing that, Jir? Zim was saying before he turned to yell at the little robot who was clanging a tin cup against the cell bars. Ugh, why couldn't we get a separate cell from Zim? Tuck groaned as he shook his head. You know this guy Tuck? Brad asked Rasengan. Eyebrow at his little brother. Tuck froze at this, but before he could respond an alarm went off before the cuffs holding him Himawari, Brad and Sheldon turned off, causing them to drop to the floor. We're free. Brad said with a smile as he rubbed his wrists. I'll get you out, Jennie, Sheldon said as he approached Jennie's cell, but before he could touch it Jennie smashed her way out of it, seeing as it had power down too. Don't worry, I got it, I'm just curious how we're free now, Jennie said as she looked around. We could ask Kit, Brad and Tuck said together before Brad looked at Tuck with a look of suspension, causing Tuck to chuckle nervously. Good job, Tuck, let's get out of here, I have business with Tak, Himawari said with a scowl as she walked towards the door. She then walked out of her cell and saw that the cell doors next to were now open. Coming out of them were Gwen, Kimiko, Mimi and Palmon Scudworth and Mr. B. Himawari then summoned her Omni Hammer and raised it. You all have 30 seconds to tell me if you're a friend or foe, she said with a glare. It's a mini Solana. Call the police. Scudworth yelled in a panic as he hid behind Mr. B, who rolled his eyes at this. Whoa kid, we're prisoners just like you, so relax, Gwen said as she held up her hands in a calming way. Yeah kid, we're on your side obviously, Kimiko said as she also held up her hands. Yeah Hima, you know me don't you? Mimi asked curiously as she looked at her. Mimi, shouldn't Naruto's little sister be bigger? Palmon asked curiously. Yes she should, Mimi said as she looked at Himawari curiously. Himawari raised an eyebrow at this, but before she could respond she felt a presence behind her and then there was a blade placed to her throat. I would drop the hammer if I was you, I am not above hurting a kid, Wednesday said with a cold tone as she glared at Himawari while things sat on her shoulder. Himawari, what's going on out? Oh geez, you again. Jennie was saying as she came out of her cell before she spotted Wednesday and scowled. I assume she's with you? Wednesday asked calmly as she looked at Jennie. Yes, she's just a hot head, now drop the knife. Jennie said as she made her microbots appear behind her ready to attack Wednesday if she didn't comply. Wednesday looked at Jennie, then at the different cells and their occupants before she nodded and put away the knife. Very well, obviously you are all prisoners that were taken. I assume we all have a Naruto in common that whoever took us wanted to use us as leverage against, she said. You know Naruto? Mimi asked curiously as she looked at Wednesday. I know a Naruto, and I have encountered yours seeing as you have a Digimon like him, Wednesday said as she looked at Palmon. Wait, yours as in plural? Mimi asked confused at this. To sum it up, all of this involves the multiverse and yes, different versions of Naruto, which includes each of ours, Gwen said as she explained for Mimi, seeing as she was the only one who didn't seem to know what was going on. And whoever took us wants to use us as leverage against our Narutos, Kimiko said as she nodded in understanding. Wait, so who freed us then? Jennie asked as she looked at each of them. Before anyone could respond they heard a crashing sound down the hallway, and when they looked they saw Kurama with Spy Hima on his back running away from the robot companion of Tak. Help! I'm being chased! Spy Hima yelled in a panic as she held on to Kurama for dear life as he ran away. I'm gonna guess that's another variant of you? Wednesday asked Himawari as she raised an eyebrow. Yeah, looks like we owe this little jailbreak to her, Himawari said with a sigh. Very well then, Wednesday said as she took off down the hall in pursuit of Kurama. Hey, wait for us! Gwen yelled as she flew off after Wednesday along with Jennie. Himawari sighed at this as she followed after them with Tuck, Brad and Sheldon close behind. Come on sir, we should assist them, Mr. B said as he followed them. Alright, okay, Scudworth said as he quickly ran after the others along with Mr. B. With the Narutos. Meanwhile outside the base it was a war zone as swarms or Vilemon and parademons flew at the team of Narutos who were fighting back and doing a good job so far. Gah! These guys just keep coming. Xiaolin Naruto yelled as he attacked some Vilemon with his Rose WHP before Sophia crushed him with them under her claws. Ha ha! Naruto laughed as he smashed a parademon's head in with his guitar before he started to move his hips suggestively. Alright, I walked into that, Xiaolin Naruto said with a chuckle as he threw a rose at a Vilemon that was coming at Naruto from behind, hitting him in the eye. As this was happening, Heat Blast flew by riding a ball of fire while he was lighting the enemy on fire before he switched to 4 arms and spun around slugging several of the enemy in the face before he switched to XLR8 and sped around making a tornado which started to SCK up some of the enemy. You're starting to make me look bad. Beelsman yelled with a laugh as he clawed at some parademons before he fired his blaster at some of the enemy from afar, making an explosion which engulfed a lot of them. I don't think I have an alien that could step up to you, not yet at least. XLR8 yelled before he switched to Stinkfly and flew off to go after more flyers. As this was happening, Nevermore Naruto was flying around carrying BLD daggers while slashing at any of the enemy that dared to get close to him while Naruto fired at them with his blasters so they didn't get overwhelmed. You holding up okay? Nevermore Naruto asked, raising an eyebrow as he threw a dagger at a Parademon, naming it in the eye causing it to fall to the ground. Yeah, I'm fine, we have company though. Naruto yelled as he pointed at a portal which hand opened, and coming out of it was an army of Tyrannomen and Monochromon which roared as they charged at them. Okay, I'm done with this, nevermore, Naruto said as he glared at the digital monsters before he flew into the air, before the sky started to turn dark and the moon turned red, before they started to hear a rumbling sound as what looked like a sea of BLD started to come towards the battlefield. Oh geez, Naruto said as he took off flying for high ground. Everyone get to high ground. Zaylan, Naruto yelled as he jumped onto Sophia, who took off flying as the river of BLD started to flood the battlefield. I am Neptune, King of the Dash. Naruto was yelling before he was engulfed by the sea of BLD along with the enemy. The enemy parademons Vilemon, Tyrannomen and Monochromon roared as the BLD river started to yell in agony as it started to engulf them, and soon it started to drag them down below. Okay dude, you are really scary now, Beelzman said as he hovered in the air and looked at nevermore Naruto. Yeah, not trained for battle my butt, Xiaolin, Naruto said with a scoff as he sat on Safina's back. Forget him being a edgelord, we need to save that idiot. Naruto yelled as he had seen Naruto get engulfed by the river of BLD. Relax, he's fine, nevermore, Naruto said with a roll of his eyes as he pointed down below. Ahoy! I am Neptune, King of the Sea. Naruto yelled as he jumped out of the sea of BLD on his Vespa like a dolphin before he started to laugh madly. Of course he is, does nothing faze him? Stinkfly asked as he hovered in the air while the ocean of BLD started to recede. There is something to be said about the heart of the team being the most unhinged, Xiaolin, Naruto said with a chuckle. Oh, we're a team now? Beelzman asked with a smirk at this. Well, I could do worse for a team, Naruto said with a grin before his goggles started to beep warning him, everyone stay alert, he yelled as a giant holographic image of Tak appeared for them all to see. You are all becoming a nuisance, Tak growled as she glared at the team of Narutos. Then we are doing our job, aren't we? Stinkfly asked with a grin. Yeah. Your army fought like a bunch of Frenchmen. Naruto yelled as he high-fived Xiaolin, Naruto, who laughed at this. Oh. It would seem that you're all enjoying fighting together, let's see how you do with the next challenge I have set up for you, Tak said with an evil grin as the doors to her base opened as what looked like Prime Naruto, now completely in Four Tails mode, came out and roared seeing the team of Narutos. Great, a evil version of us, Naruto said with a scowl. I don't care what he is, he probably bleeds the same as the rest of what I have killed today, nevermore, Naruto said as his eyes glowed red as he could feel his BLD boiling from his instincts telling him this was a real threat. Let's make him cry, uncle, and then we're coming after you, bug girl. Beelzman yelled as he pointed at Tak's hologram. We will see, Tak said with a sneer before her hologram disappeared as Prime Naruto roared at them and charged at them. Next year in Jerusalem. Naruto yelled as he started his Vespa and charged at Prime Naruto along with his fellow Narutos. With Spy Hima. Spy Hima held on to Kurama for dear life as he ran away from Mimi as she fired at them with blast after blast. Kurama then turned a corner but stopped seeing it was a dead end. It's a dead end. Spy Hima yelled in a panic as she turned to look behind her and saw Mimi right behind her, her claw raised ready to attack her. Before some violet energy grabbed the robot minion, stopping her before Judelet flip fire. Kimiko shouted as she slammed her fire-engulfed foot into the robot's side, sending it flying into the wall, making it ricochet several times before it fell to the ground, sparking. Spy Hima looked at Kimiko and Gwen, whose hands were still glowing from the spell she had used to bind the robot in place, her eyes sparkling in awe. So cool, she thought as she looked at Kimiko. You okay, kid? Gwen asked as she flew over to Spy Hima to check on her. Of course she's fine, I handled it, Kimiko said as she smiled at Spy Hima to put her at ease. Spy Hima nodded at this with a smile, but as she did this the robot minion of Tak started to get up and make its way to attack Spy Hima from behind. Get down! Gwen yelled, seeing this as she charged a spell just as the robot jumped at Spy Hima. Before a knife was thrown between the robot's eyes, sending oil flying as the now dead robot finally fell for good. "You're sloppy," Wednesday said with a cold tone as she walked over and took her knife back from the robot corpse. "Oh, a edgelord," Spy Hima said in awe as she looked at Wednesday. "Kurama!" Himawari yelled as she and the others arrived, causing the robot Kitsune Ti run over to them with the little telepath on his back. "Agent Hima and her robo-doggy have broken you all out of prison." Spy Hima yelled happily as she waved at everyone while Kurama's eyebrow twitched in annoyance. "You freed all of us?" Jennie asked curiously as she looked at the younger version of Naruto's sister. "How did you even get into this base?" "It's probably crawling with guards," Scudworth said as he huffed from the running. "I had the robo-doggy burrow away in like a little mole," Spy Hima said before she puffed her cheeks out and held her hands up doing an impression of a mole. "Is it me or does she have some of the brat's crazy in her?" Scudworth whispered to Mr. B as he looked at Spy Hima. "I see it to Wesley," Mr. B said as he shook his head. "Aw, she's adorable. Why can't our dimension have this Hima?" Mimi asked Palmon as she smiled at this. "Not bad kid," Himawari said with a smile at the variant of herself. Suddenly they heard a ear-piercing roar which chased the base to shake a bit. "What the heck was that?" Scudworth yelled in a panic. "Sounds like some kind of beast," Wednesday said as she readied her blade just in case. "Kit?" Himawari asked as she tapped her earpiece. "You can talk to Kit?" Jennie asked curiously, raising an eyebrow at this. Later, "Kit, what the heck was that?" Himawari asked. "It would seem that Naruto and his team of variants are now fighting what looks like a monster fox version of themselves," Kit said as she showed them a holographic image of the fight that was going on outside. "We have to stop them from killing the Prime Otosan." Spy Hima yelled in a panic, getting everyone's attention. "Otosan?" Brad asked, confused at this term. "It's Japanese for dad. Wait, your dad is a Naruto?" Jennie asked curiously as she looked at the child. "Aha!" Spy Hima said as she nodded. Himawari raised an eyebrow at this and shuddered a bit, as this was a bit odd for her to know that in one dimension she was Naruto's daughter, not sister. "Focus, people." "What do you mean, sweetie?" Kimiko asked as she looked at Spy Hima. "The bad guys summoned the Prime Otosan and made him mad, so he goes on a rampage, so all the other Otosans kill him and change all the other dimensions." Spy Hima yelled in a panic. Everyone blinked in confusion at this, as the child had yelled this quickly so it was hard to keep up. "Wait, Prime as in the Naruto, all different Narutos splinter off from?" Gwen asked as her eyes widened in realization. "Does that mean something?" Wednesday asked with a flat tone. "It means we need to stop the fight. If they kill the Prime Naruto, then who knows how that will affect other Narutos across the multiverse," Gwen said as she looked at everyone. "It could make them all disappear, or even worse, rip all realites apart worse than they already are." Scudworth yelled in a panic as he finally got what was going on. "We need to get to the control room and send this Prime Naruto back to his dimension," Jennie said as she looked at everyone. "Right," everyone yelled as they nodded. "Follow me." "I know where it is," Spy Hima yelled as she jumped onto Kurama's back, who took off down the hallway. "Wait for us, kid." Himawari yelled as she ran after the variant of herself with everyone else running after them. "Hey! You're just gonna leave me in here?" Zim yelled from inside his cell while Jar continued to bang his cup against the bars. Soon they all arrived in front of a big door which was closed. "This is it," Spy Hima yelled as she pointed at the door. "How are we gonna get through that?" Brad yelled as they approached the door. "On it." "You ready, Palmon?" Mimi asked as she held up Jadigivis. "Let's do it, Mimi." Palmon yelled as they were both engulfed in a green dome of digital data. Palmon biomerged to Rasengan. Everyone looked at the new Digimon with wide eyes as flower petals filled the room. You better have more than the ability to attract morons, Wednesday said with an even tone as Brad and Sheldon had hearts in their eyes as they looked at Rosamund. Just watch me, forbidden temptation. Rosamund yelled as she charged some red energy in her palms before she fired it at the door, destroying it. That works, Wednesday said as Brad and Sheldon's jaws dropped in shock at this show of power. Everyone looked inside the control room and saw what looked like a horde of parademons and Vilemon guarding the control deck, which was attacked to some massive monitors. Everyone, we need to clear a way to the controls so Kurama can hack that and send Prime Naruto back home, Himawari said as she summoned her Omni Hammer. Right. Jennie, Gwen, Kimiko, Wednesday and Rosamund yelled as they all ran onto the control room and started to attack the enemy. Outside. Omni Naruto flipped through the Omturk, slamming it down, shifting into Heat Blast, shooting off like a literal fireball towards his cubified counterpart. The Jinchuriki roared as they shot through the sky, his claws digging into his magma skin, cutting a deep gash into his shoulder. Prime Naruto slammed down one of his tails into Heat Blast, smashing him into the ground. Heat Blast groaned, looking upwards to see his raging counterpart raising his claw down upon before he could strike. A blur tackled him to the ground. The cubified Naruto looked up as several Zircons circled around him, firing off blasts and missiles in his direction. He jumped towards a nearby building, running on all fours along the building sides, evading the Zircons while explosions erupted along the buildings. Leroy Jenkins. Naruto roared, riding atop his Vespa, which was riding along the side of the building before he jumped at Prime Naruto before smashing his guitar into his prime self, sending him spinning through the air towards Xeolon Naruto. Ryujin bang. Xiaolin Naruto yelled as he thrusted his staff out, slamming into Prime's chest. His mouth gaped before suddenly Xiaolin Naruto began laying out a massive barrage of rapid staff attacks into Prime Naruto's stomach and chest. The Four Tails dug his claws into the ground, roaring before launching himself at the dragon of wood, clawing at his face. He jumped back, narrowly escaping as the claws tore into his shirt, burning his robes. Nevermore Naruto and Naruto jumped out from behind their Xiaolin brother, swiping and striking at him with their respective weapons. Each of his tails grabbed them by their wrists, throwing them aside into the nearby buildings. He reared up his head, gathering up spheres of black and red chakra as a massive sphere formed above him before swallowing it whole, unleashing the blast. Suddenly a second beam of golden energy clashed against the tailed beast blast, the two blast creating a dome of white energy covering the road of the city. It soon vanished, revealing a massive crater. Prime Naruto growled, looking over to see Beelzman standing before him. Kid gloves are off, Fido. Beelzman stated, taking to the sky, firing off several powerful blasts down upon Prime Naruto, who quickly retaliated with several tailed beast ball. Beelzman flew rapidly through the skies, evading the blasts as they came in his direction, with the mini Nine Tails doing the same. A red and black blurs zipped across the sky and land as they too clashed. Beelzman and Prime met against each other, the Jinchuriki's claws carving into his cannon. He gripped Beelzman's arm, opening his mouth, unleashing a point-blank blast, sending him flying back. Prime Naruto roared, causing the ground beneath him to shake, unleashing a powerful chaotic shockwave, knocking his counterparts back. They all looked on as Naruto Prime's body started undergo changes. Bones shot from his body, forming armor around it resembling that of the Nine Tails itself as two more tails appeared. He roared, thrusting his bone arms extending forward, grabbing Beelzman by his head, slamming him down to the ground again and again, cracking the pavement with his face, BLD splattering off from his face with each impact he made. Omni Naruto jumped down from the back of Sophia beside Xiaolin Naruto. The two shared a glance as he transformed into Cannonbolt and began to spin rapidly like Sonic the Hedgehog. When he did a spin dash, the Dragon of Wood took up a stance behind the alien, rearing back the Monkey King's staff, gripping it tightly. Ryujin bang. He roared, slamming his staff into Cannonbolt, shooting him off like a literal cannonball, the alien smashing into Prime, the two of them rushing along the road. Within a nearby crater, six-tailed Naruto smacked Cannonbolt away, clawing at his shell, cutting into as he struck him like a wild animal. Nevermore Naruto raised up his BLD sword, swinging it downward, clashing against the hard bone. Naruto jumped down to the ground, rushing forward with his Zircons by his side. Naruto tossed down several bombs knocking six tails back, then pulled out the black hole vortex, releasing a rapid barrage of purple energy bullets. "Yo hero boy, hook me up!" Naruto shouted, jumping down into the carter. "I'm gonna regret this." The inventive hero groaned, looking over at a Zircon and nodded at it before it shot down a weapon from its back. The sage clone caught the rifle in hand, grinning, holding up the Rhino V. "Say hero to my riddle friend." Naruto shouted as he took aim to the sky, firing off some blasts, causing several explosions to erupt around Prime Naruto, knocking him back before he steadied himself just as Naruto smashed his guitar into his face. Naruto pulled out the migraine sniper rifle. "Keep him pinned." The others nodded, cutting him off on each side, Nevermore, Clone, Omni, and Xylane rushing forward, jumping and flipping to avoid the claws and bones of the skull-armored fox. Naruto narrowed his eyes, keeping his aim locked before he shot off a orange beam of energy, hitting Kyuubi Prime dead on knocking him back. He didn't let up, firing shot after shot, hitting his mark. With Himawari, Wednesday and Gwen were back to back as Vilemans surrounded them on all sides. The two girls smirked at one another, locking arms as they swung their legs, kicking away the Vileman as they jumped at them. Gwen arched up her back, allowing Wednesday to smash her feet into the attacking Digimon. Wednesday jumped off Gwen, flipping through the air, pulling out her knives. Upon landing, she swung her blade, decapitating a Parademon flying in. Judo let flip, fire. Kimiko jumped into a mid-air flip, fire covering her body, sending a shockwave of flames upon impact at her enemies. Jennie flew through the air, shooting off several beams, shooting a Parademon jumping at while shooting off a barrage of missiles. Rasengan jumped out of the dust, twirling her WHP, causing a storm of rose petals, cutting into the alien and Digimon army with a swing. "So cool!" Spy Hima squealed with eager excitement, jumping up to join the girls, but was quickly caught by Mr. B. "Not so fast, young lady, it's far too dangerous." Mr. B scolded, jumping at the sounds of explosions, looking up at Brad and Sheldon providing support fire with their weapons. "We're gonna die. We are all gonna die." Scudworth screamed, rolling on the floor in terror. "Is he gonna be okay?" Tuck asked as he slugged a Vilemon with the glove of doom he took from Naruto's lab. "This is normal for him," Wesley Mr. B said as he shook his head. Himawari smashed her Omni hammer down, creaming several Vilemen. Lady Devilman crept up behind her, clawed raised to strike her down. As this was happening, Himawari looked up and a Lady Devilman dropped down at her, with her needle arm ready, and was about to strike before a blue wave erupted, blowing up her head into bits of data. The girls looked down at the fallen core of Lady Devilman as she vanished into data, slowly turning to Spy Hima. Holding a noisy cricket in hand, she fired off a second shot at a Parademon, sending her flying backwards from the kickback. "I've got her!" Scudworth shouted, jumping up, catching the girl midair, falling to the ground. "Ghoul!" Wesley. Mr. B cheered. "Again! Again, 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 again!" Spy Hima cheered as she laughed happily before she fired her weapon at a flying Parademon, blowing a hole in its body. "Ugh, remind me to make sure the brat gets fixed," Scudworth groaned at this. "I don't think we are gonna get another chance at sending Prime Naruto back." Jennie yelled as the room was now almost completely clear of enemies. "Kurama!" Himawari yelled as she smashed another Vilemon with her hammer. Kurama barked as he flew at the controls and started to hack it with his tails. With the Narutos. Nevermore, Naruto flung the skyscraper chunk at Prime, smashing him through the glass window. He slid and clawed through the floors as the other Narutos jumped onto the spinning building. They rushed in at full force, the six tails thrusting its bones forward. Naruto smashed them away with his guitar, while Nevermore Naruto parried the attacks with his BLD blades. He thrusted his hand out, shooting off dozens of BLD spears, knocking Prime down, with Naruto raising up his twin pistols, shooting off blasts after blast. Hitting its mark, Naruto dived down, kicking into the mini Kyuubi's chest, leaving a grenade attached to Prime Naruto's chest. An explosion sent Naruto Prime spinning through the air. He released a roar so loud it tore the skyscraper to pieces, with the other Narutos flying out. Beelzeman, Stinkfly and the Whiskered Vampire flew alongside Safrina as she carried the others on her black The six-tails form landed on a nearby building rooftop before rearing back its head, firing another tailed beast blast towards them. Beelsman and the teen hero held up their weapons with stinkflies shifting to spiral fire, firing off their own beams to neutralize it, the force knocking them back. The six-tails body began to shake as it slowly began to expand in size, growing large then before skin and muscles slowly started forming around it as it began to grow before long, standing before them now as a massive skinless eight-tailed fox. That sum F up Hellraiser SHT. Naruto said as he slightly winced. Nah, I'd say he looks more like Deadpool and Freddy Krueger, nevermore, Naruto said. Really, US? Right now? Spiral Fire shouted at the two variants. Time to end this. Beelsman growled, taking to the sky. Slide, evolution. The Demon Lord of Gluttony shouted. A massive purple dragon appeared circling around Beelsman as his body began shifting. Diansman shouted, his thrusting out his claws, Dragon Thrower. Twin DNA streams of blue and red fire struck the eight-tailed prime with Safrina unleashing its own sapphire flames, striking it hard and fast. Diansman crossed his arms over his body, gathering his draconic energy, manifesting as a purple aura covering his body. His pupils shrank as he opened his maw, revealing his jagged dragonic fangs, Breath of Wyvern. Diansman roared as purple aura expanded, forming into a massive flaming wyvern. Its sharp blue eyes blazed, glaring down at the eight tails, diving downward, catching the tailed beast in his grip, covering it in its flames, driving it down to the ground, erupting in a massive explosion from the impact. When the dust cleared, Prime Naruto groaned as he started to come out of the crater as he was slowly healing. Geez, this guy won't take the hint, Diansman said as he readied another blast. But before he could fire at Prime Naruto, a portal opened underneath him, causing him to fall through it before it quickly closed. Diansman asked as he stopped charging his attack. With Himawari's group. We did it. Brad yelled happily as he looked at the monitor. Phew, we avoided a complete breakdown of reality, Sheldon said with a sigh of relief. Nice job everyone, Jennie said with a grin as she floated in the air. Thanks for the backup, Gwen said with a nod at Wednesday. Wednesday shrugged at this while Thing, who was on her shoulder, have a thumbs up. That thing is so creepy, Rosamund said with a shudder at this. We're not done yet, let's go find this Tak and kick her butt. Kimiko said as she pointed at a monitor which showed Tak getting into a giant mech and flying outside. Everyone quickly nodded as they went outside. You guys coming? Brad asked as he looked back at Scudworth and Mr. B. We're right behind you, sir, please stop fighting with her, she's a child, Mr. B said with a sigh as he watched Scudworth, who was trying to take the small blaster from Spy Hema. Give it here, you brat. Do you have any idea what I could do with this? Scudworth yelled as he tried in vain to take the blaster from the young child. It's mine, Pencil Man. Spy Hema yelled as she held on to the blaster for dear life. Pencil Man. Scudworth yelled as his face went red from his rage at this insult. Mr. B snorted at this as he made a note to use that one in front of Naruto later. Back with the Narutos. What a rip-off. What kind of CLMX is that? Naruto yelled as he approached where the Naruto they had been fighting had disappeared. Naruto rolled his eyes at this, looking up into the sky before his goggles beeped, warning him of something that was coming from above incoming. He yelled as he readied his blaster. Naruto asked as he looked at the others as a figure started to fall towards him from above. Slam. Which was Tak in a giant mech which slammed onto Naruto and grabbed him with one of her mech's arms before firing at the other Narutos with a blaster on her other mech arm, making the other Narutos scatter to avoid her. I am done letting you all make a fool out of me. Tak yelled as she fired at the other Narutos. You did that yourself. Xaylan Naruto yelled as he rode on Safina as she flew out of the way of her laser fire. Yeah, so just give up already before you embarrass yourself some more. Heat Blast yelled as he flew around on a fireball. I'll stop when you're all dead, starting with this one. Him and his mouth constantly mocking me. Tak yelled as her mech pulled up Naruto and started choke him. Hagder, Naruto choked out as the mech choked him. What? Tak asked as she pulled the clone close. Harder. Naruto said with a smirk of defiance as he moved his hips at Tak suggestively. Tak blinked at this before she yelled in disgust and dropped Naruto before she was tackled by Diansman, sending them both flying. He knew she would fall for that. Naruto chuckled as he rubbed his neck. I swear you're growing on me, you maniac. Nevermore, Naruto said with a chuckle at this as he helped Naruto to his feet. You're not gonna kiss me, are you? Naruto asked with a raised eyebrow at this. And the moment is gone, let's end this. Nevermore, Naruto said as he flew at Tak, who was in a clash with Diansman while the others attacked her from afar. Sounds good, wait for me. Olololololololo. Naruto yelled as he ran, screaming a war cry as he wagged his tongue out of his mouth as he raised his guitar and ran at Tak. Tak growled as her mech's legs were grabbed by some vines grown by Xaylan Naruto, and she was hit with a barrage of missiles fired by Naruto and BLD spears thrown by Nevermore Naruto before she was engulfed by some of Heat Blast's flames and slashed by Dynasman's claws, destroying the front of her mech and showing the alien for all to see. This ends now. Tak yelled as her mech's arm summoned the weapon that she took from Naruto's lab. Naruto's goggles started going haywire at this as it showed him a readout of what this weapon was. Compliments of your mother, the D-Mat. One blast of this and you will be erased from all timelines. Tak yelled with a mad grin as her mech took aim at them. Before Naruto slammed his guitar into the mech's arm, sending the D-Mat flying into the air. Naruto quickly took off, flying into the air towards the weapon and grabbed it and took aim at Tak. Game over, all the Narutos yelled together as Naruto fired the weapon at Tak, the weapon firing a white beam which hit its mark and hit her. DMN it. Tak shouted in a rage as she disappeared completely as if she was never there. As this happened, the world around the Narutos started to fade away, leaving nothing but a void of white. As this happened, the Narutos saw all their friends run out of Tak's base towards them, but they too disappeared along with the test of the world. Jennie. Naruto yelled as he tried to reach for her, but it was too late as everyone was gone, leaving all the Narutos alone in a void of white. What the hell did you do? Nevermore, Naruto yelled as his eyes went red as he approached Naruto and grabbed him. I don't know. Naruto yelled in a panic as he looked at the D-Mat in his hands and threw it away from himself. Where did everyone go? Xaylan Naruto asked as he looked around at the endless void of white. No idea, my Omnitrix isn't even working now, Omni Naruto said as he looked at his watch. Same with my Digivice Impmon is gone too, DG Naruto said with a frown as he looked around. There's nothing now, you reckless idiot. Nevermore, Naruto yelled as he made a BLD blade and raised it to stab Naruto. Guys? Naruto said as he noticed something nearby. Look, just calm down. Xaylan Naruto said as he approached Nevermore Naruto. Yo! Naruto yelled, trying to get their attention. Back off, monk boy. Nevermore Naruto yelled as he pushed him away. Hey morons. Naruto yelled as he turned to look at his fellow variants. What? The other Narutos yelled as they looked at Naruto. I think we have company, that some device of yours, nerd. Naruto asked as he pointed at what looked like a blue British phone booth. Huh? Naruto asked as he looked at the phone booth as Nevermore Naruto dropped him. The Narutos all looked at the phone booth and soon it opened up and what looked like a white man in a brown coat walked out. Ah! I made it just in time, you bloke seem to be a tight spot the man said with a smile as he looked at the Narutos. Who the hell are you? Nevermore Naruto asked as he glared at the man. Call me the doctor, my boy, everyone does, the man said with a smile. Not that I want to be rude, but we just went through a lot and lost our worlds and friends, Omni Naruto said as he frowned along with the other Narutos. I can see why you would think that, the doctor said as he nodded at this. What do you mean? DG Naruto asked, raising an eyebrow at this. Well, my boy, the DMAT usually just erases whoever is hit with it from the timeline of just the dimension they are in, but since this tack involved herself with several other dimensions, it is just taking a bit for all the dimensions she interfered with to reset, the doctor said as he explained the situation. Ugh, my head hurts. Naruto said as he held his head from how complicated this was. Wait, so all our dimensions are gonna reset? Xiaolin Naruto asked, raising an eyebrow at this. Indeed, within a few minutes you five will be back in your own dimensions. Waking up like this didn't happen, though you will have the memories of this little adventure. Everyone around you won't, the doctor said as he nodded and looked at the Narutos. So we did it? We fixed everything? Omni Naruto asked as he smiled. Indeed, the doctor said with a smile. Yes. We won. Omni Naruto said with a smile as he pumped his fists. Though the reset means no MSTR control for you, at least not yet, the doctor said as he looked at Omni Naruto. Gah. Omni Naruto said as he face planted. Oh, walk it off, hero boy, we at least fixed the nerds F up, Naruto said as he rolled his eyes as he rested his hands behind his head. Indeed, let's hope this little adventure has taught you something, the doctor said as he looked at Naruto. Naruto nodded as he looked at the doctor. I should have listened to my friends and tried to plan ahead when going after Vexus instead of rushing, he said as he thought back to how this all started. Indeed, now it would seem it's time to say goodbye to your brothers, I guess you would say, the doctor said as he looked at Omni, DG, Xiaolin, Nevermore, and Naruto started to fade away. Oh. Well, I'm sorry that this happened and that you guys got dragged into this, Naruto said as he looked at his fellow variants. It's fine, it was kinda cool to go on a multiverse adventure like this, Omni Naruto said with a chuckle. Yeah, it wasn't that bad, kinda cool to see that there are other versions of me, DG Naruto said as he nodded. Yeah, though you be sure to try and get with that cyborg girl of yours, she obviously cares about you a lot, seeing as she pretty much couldn't stand all of us replacing you, Xiaolin Naruto said with a smile at Naruto. Naruto sputtered at this as he blushed, but he thought about how for a moment he thought he lost Jennie for good and nodded at this. Hey, I think he's blushing. Nyuk nyuk. Naruto said with a laugh as he pointed at his inventor variant. Oh, don't you ever shut up. You do realize that you're building up a lot of bad karma when it comes to relationships, right? Nevermore, Naruto asked as he looked at Naruto. Please, like I'm gonna be a sap like you guys, renegade for life. Naruto yelled with a grin as he pumped his fist in the air. This got some chuckles and some rolled eyes from everyone else as the 5 Narutos were almost completely gone. Well, I guess this is it, Naruto said as he waved at the Narutos. Yeah, see ya, the other 5 Narutos said together as they all faded away, completely leaving Naruto alone with the doctor. The doctor patted Naruto on the shoulder after a few moments of silence. Don't worry, they will be fine, they have their own journeys back home to continue. This was just a side trip as it were, though I guess for you it was a main part of your journey, the doctor said with a smile. Yeah, though I gotta ask, who actually are you? Why would you show up here to put me at ease if everything was going to be okay? Naruto asked as he looked at the doctor as he approached the phone booth. Well, let's just say I like to look out for family, even adopted family, the doctor said as he opened the door to the phone booth and started to enter it. Wait, what? Naruto asked as he approached the phone booth, but he was then engulfed by some light and he knew nothing. Naruto's lab. Naruto. Naruto. Sheldon's voice yelled out loudly. Huh? What? Naruto asked as he shook his head and looked around at his lab. Sir, you were going to install the phase quartz into the complete dimensionator, Kit said as her face appeared on the computer. Yeah, I still say you should wait to go after Vexus, Brad said with a sigh as he shook his head. Naruto looked down at the phase quartz in his hands and after a few moments he nodded. You're right, he said. Huh? Brad and Sheldon said as they looked at Naruto, surprised at this. Kit, lock this and the Dimensionator up for me. I have something more important to do, Naruto said as he placed the phase quartz on the table. Of course sir, may I ask what you're doing that's more important? Kit asked as the table lowered into the floor into the vault. I'm gonna ask Jennie to the dance, Naruto said with a smile as he approached the elevator. Brad and Sheldon said, surprised at this sudden turn of events. Oh, and Kit, I want you to start planning a training regimen for Brad and Sheldon. I feel if we're gonna fight Vexus we should have more backup, Naruto said as he entered the elevator. As you wish sir, Kit said with a smile as the elevator started to go up out of the lab while Brad and Sheldon looked surprised at this turn of events. With the doctor. The doctor was in the control room of the TARDIS looking at images on the monitors. Good, Kushina's kids are on the right track now that her eldest is more open to working with others. Now I just need to wait and soon we will be ready for the sequel, I guess you could say, the doctor said as he looked at images of the 6 Narutos in their words before he looked at other images of Narutos in other worlds. One being chased by a flying Oni girl through lighting at him. One was at a wizard school going to class with his friends. One was teleporting around a pirate ship that had a straw hat, Jolly Roger. And the final one was in a hotel in hell in the kitchen cooking up a meal for his friends. The doctor smiled as he looked at the images before he went back to his musing and planning for what was next. So alright folks, that's all for today. Stay tuned for part 5. Do subscribe, like and share for more such videos. Also check out the story and author KFB Anime 87 on fanfiction.net. Press the bell icon to be notified first on release. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.